Good morning. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Zoa Stardust. Apologies for the loud music there. Turning it down. We are Ghostlight RPGs. We are a community of theater artists and beyond, keeping the lamp lit via remote role-playing and adventures and storytelling and animals in space. Thank you for joining us this morning. It's great to see some friendly faces in the chat. We have a very exciting episode for you today. I'm very excited to get going here. A couple things before we begin. First of all, my name is Justin. My pronouns are he, him, and I am your game moderator for today. I'm sure you can see on the screen here, we are missing our good friend Darrington today. He's doing all right. He is great, but he is just couldn't join us today. So he'll hopefully be back next week, and he'll give you twice as much love as he could have this week. So, but let's go ahead and introduce the rest of the team and their fun facts. Oh, but before we do, Kate in the chat just blew us up. Yes!
Yeah!
Thank
you!
Wow. What a gift. Thanks, Kate.
Give her a little pony pound.
Pony pound. This one's just on the house, just for Kate. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead. Bradley.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm Bradley, he, him. I play Chomper, also he, him, and Flip, also he, him. My fun fact of the day is about hippos. Female hippos have a PSI bite of over 1,800 PSI, and males are too aggressive to actually measure. That means they can bite through an alligator, crocodile, or a small sedan with just their chompers. Yeah. Nightmare fuel for all of you. I will pass this to Annie.
Oh my word! How am I going to follow that? Okay, my name is Annie. I play Kira Swiftfoot. Pronouns for both of us are she/her. And a fun fact about Kira today is she's definitely a teacher's pet. And she is just a genuine, kind person. So a lot of people enjoy her. However, there was one professor who just would give her a hard time all the time and did not like her. And her name was Captain Rogers, and she was a honey badger. And Kira's main goal in life is to make that woman like her. But she could be dead. Who knows? Anyway, we'll see. Will she ever?
Fingers crossed.
We hope so. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to pass it over to Rebecca.
Bradley. Hi, I'm Rebecca, she, her, and I am playing Milo Reynard, who is he, him. Fun fact about Milo is I'm going to do an animal fact too, which is fennec foxes can go an indefinite amount of time without water. Their kidneys are specially designed so that they can survive without water. They get their water from anything that they eat and also by licking the dew off of walls in their caves, because they dig really deep underground. And so that's where they get their moisture. So they can go a long time without a drink, just like me. Without water, it can be done. And I'm going to pass it to Emma. Thank you. So Milo should be right at home in our current situation. If fennec foxes are used to being underground. Hi, everyone. My name is Emma. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Skipper, the otter. Their pronouns are she, they. My fun fact for you today is also an animal fact. I just read that because otters' eyes are made for being underwater, they are actually all nearsighted. So I'm going to say that canonically Skipper is nearsighted, but they refuse to wear glasses because they think that they'll just get in the way. So if ever we're in a situation where there's something far away, Skipper is going to really have a hard time seeing it, but they're not going to want to admit that they have a hard time.
Aww.
So, and I'm going to pass it back to Justin.
Darrington did send me a fun fact for today in his stead. However, I would not classify this as a fun fact, Darrington. This is a horrible fact. Darrington's fun fact for Tennison. Tennison's father's name is Donaldi Vitell, and not unlike the Trumpian monster that he's named for, he's known as a ruthless businessman and has made a name for himself in Ishkapes as willing to do anything to get ahead, which affected Tennison more and more as he grew up. Well, terrifying.
Wow.
Yeah, so thanks Darrington. I'm excited to explore that, unless he's dead. And then, you know what? It's all
Captain
fine.
Rogers.
I think that'd be the worst thing for him to come back and be like, oh, hey, by the way, we accidentally got your character killed, so...
Right.
You get for not being here.
Do that.
Couple other things before we jump in. So Zoa Stardust is a PG-13 adventure. We do utilize safety tools, or possibly we might call them communication tools, because they're all about communicating. They're all about keeping each other respectful of all of our boundaries, essentially, which is a completely viable and useful tool when you don't know what's coming next. Some of you might have noticed Emma actually utilized the yellow flag last session, during our hallucinogen journey there, and it worked out really well. So I'm happy to see that they're being utilized, and I encourage all of us and all of you watching to utilize them in your own games as well. They're very helpful.
I'm still surprised that you happened to like create the scenario for me that was just like
Exactly
random,
what you didn't need.
but exactly what I didn't need. I am scared of ants. As if Elisa and Hollis are watching, they will know I'm very scared of ants, because one time a spider's egg sac hatched on me when I was a little kid in the car with my mom, and I just like remember seeing them all crawling up my legs, up my chest towards my face.
Oh my god.
And so we pulled over the car, and like she ripped my dress off of me and was like flailing it around outside. And we burned it when we got home.
Oh, Mama
No
Carter.
wonder.
Yeah, but I'm not afraid of spiders. Terrifying.
How?
It doesn't make
Weirdly.
sense.
Wait, that's okay.
Well, because usually you just see one spider. It's like lots of little
It's a-
bugs together.
yeah.
Oh, I see. A swarm.
The ants-
It's-
The fact
very
that you can
rarely
talk
are
about it right now is impressive, though.
yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
I've processed my fears.
Good. So, yeah, things like that are why safety or communication tools are helpful. That all being said, a few content warnings. We do have language, violence, hallucinogenic stardust drugs, and adult situations. Nothing graphic, so keep it all good. Well, I mean, we Bradley, don't give me that look. We might have some adult
Didn't do nothing.
situations. I don't know what's happening here.
Neither do we.
We didn't know we were gonna get high last time.
Before I jump into the get to know a Zoa of this week, I want to add, I love seeing how many of you have utilized the chat, have utilized the plot points and assets features that you are able to gift the players different things with your channel points. I would encourage more of you to possibly use some of those channel points on character names, which is the third Zoa exclusive channel points, just because in the coming episodes there may be some opportunities for me to be naming some new characters, possibly. So hit me up. You can add what animal you want that character to be as well if you want, just keeping in mind that, again, insects and bugs basically are not as evolved as the other animals. But with that in mind, let's jump into Get to Know a Zoa of this week. This is actually going to start a weeks-long campaign on Get to Know a Zoa that is getting to know the realms of Zoa, which is going to be exciting. So we'll just go literally in order of alphabet. In alphabetical order is what I was trying to say.
Doing great.
Yeah. And so we have Iridia is the realm that we're going to focus on this week. Now, some of you might have heard of Iridia because that is where Kira is from and her mentor Patso. Sorry, I just saw some key's suggestion for a character name, a crow named Russell. Fantastic. Thank you, Sumkey. I'm gonna write that down for later. Yeah,
Yay.
crow named Russell. Let me
Please.
find a paper.
I'm a little mad. It took me a couple of seconds for the wheels to turn.
Mhm.
I was just like, named Russell. I mean, okay, I guess. Then I was like, oh, got it. I'm smart. It's fine.
Crow named Russell. Got it. Thanks, Sumkey. So Iridia is the savanna biome on Zoa. It is ancient Rome-esque, but, you know, a little more modernized with some of the steampunk features. However, unlike a lot of the other realms, Iridia is definitely living in the past more than the others. They are still trying to upkeep this sense of tradition and pride. They are the only monarchy currently still left, ruled by Queen Lorna Sandfall. She is the leader of a pride of noble lions. All of the other noble families in Iridia are also all feline. Cheetahs, tigers, panthers, etc. There's lots of history, lots of culture, and like I said, tradition and pride in Iridia. Sometimes, a lot of times, to a fault. So keep that in mind. A few places of interest, real quick. The Grand Archive, of course, where our friend Patso works and lives. A collection of lore gathered from all across the realms. It's run by elephants that are known as keepers. There's also Sunkeep Square. It's a large, bustling marketplace. Exotic goods, trades, all kinds of things there. There's Pride Home Palace, which is the palace in which Queen Sandfall lives, of course. And then there is also The Rock, which is a prison far off into the desert that is run by hyenas. So just some places of interest for Iridia there. That's our Get to Know Zoa for this week. Next week we'll hit alphabetically. Next is Breckleaf. So we'll hit Breckleaf next week, which is a big one, actually. So, yeah, I hope these are interesting to you guys. Getting a little background on Zoa. So I think they're pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's it, right, everyone? I think we're good to go. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode of Zoa Stardust. So, we decided to do something a little different this week, and instead of me creating the previously on segment, I had my wonderful players here do it for me instead. I have not read what they have written for me, so we're just going to try this blind here. Let's see. Oh, it's quite long. Good. Previously on Zoa Stardust. Our fearless group of adventurers found themselves in a rib-tickling problem when they discovered that the Nebula Sea had more surprises in it than they were expecting. It was up to Kira and Tennison, the only two that weren't affected, to save their friends from their space high, and steer the ship back on course. Reaching the source of their mysterious signal, our furry friends have gone deep into a cave on an alien planet to find the cause. They haven't found anything yet, but have found themselves in a tangled web of trouble. Also, Justin's birthday is in 2 days, so wish this birthday boy a happy birthday in the comments. Thank you.
We could have done worse.
You could have. I was expecting worse. Yes, it's my birthday on June 1st. So thank you, everybody. But yes, that was a great previously on. So just, yeah, that is correct. You have made your way into this cave. There are threads of what you now believe to be stiff and sturdy web, prehensile? No, what's the term for like really taut? Anyway, point is, like really strong webs kind of all around you, and even the way that you came. You're in this dark pitch black cavern, and you you're only lit by your dustbuster and your dust blade, which are giving off a faint kind of purplish glow. And above you, you see this humongous spider. Once again, I will add the width, leg-wise, of a school bus. Not that you guys have school buses on Zoa, let me make that clear. But, yeah. So, this spider comes down and kind of like lowers its head and looks to the five of you and says, welcome, 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 welcome. A little bit of an echo in the chasm. Your echo devices, actually, that being said, kind of, you feel them kind of heat up, like they're working overdrive, as you realize that this language that this spider is speaking to you is being filtered through the echo somehow. So every now and then there's like a little distortion in the way that the spider speaks. Real quick, we have a plot point here. Sumkey gives Chomper a plot point in case Chomper bites off more than he can chew.
Aww.
Fantastic.
Aww.
Thank you, Sumkey. And thanks everybody for the birthday wishes. I must admit, what was longer than I expected for you to arrive.
You were expecting us? Are you making the signal?
Of course.
And you know us.
She sort of like moves a little bit, kind of flexing her legs in a way that it looks almost like she's gonna pounce down on top of you, but she more gingerly than you would expect from such a large spider, kind of like flips around and then like almost monkey bars her way over to land next to you. All of her legs kind of follow in suit. Looking from this angle, her many eyes are almost like they're like stars. They're not as bright as stars by any means, but they glisten in that same way. And I mentioned at the end of last week's episode, there's no like skin on this spider. It is almost like a lighting effect of just, you can see the glistening, like the shape of the spider, because of the way that it glows with this kind of astral design, I guess. And she looks to you and she says, wait, what was your question?
I was just asking.
If you knew us.
You know us.
That's right.
You're expecting us.
Not in a way that you are familiar with. I don't. No, you. But I was hoping you'd come.
Why the signal? Why did you call us out here? Like, what? Do you know what's going on with these weird, creepy alien thingies?
Looking at you for a while, and then like like hunches down to where her giant face with her like, you know, mandibles are like right up towards, you know, foot tall Milo. It gets really close and kind of just looks at you for a moment. Do you not?
I not?
Do you not know? No?
No, we
Not
don't.
Really, no. Like, these weird things attacked our planet and our base and our friends, and now they're all gone. We're all that's left, and all we had was that there was a signal coming from out here. So we were hoping maybe you knew what was going on, or you could help us or something.
I see. Then things have gotten worse than before. I hoped.
Mm-hmm.
We must hurry. And, yeah, again, your echo device is just kind of like spitting these kind of like jarbled messages out at you with this. It's kind of a weird thing. On Zoa, you know, the device works in a way that when somebody talks to you, it just kind of translates as they're speaking. But it's like it's working slower and harder to try and communicate this to you. And so there's like a delay. It's just kind of off-putting a little bit.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who are you, and how do you know what's going on?
And then standing taller, with almost like a little bit of pride, she says, I am Silgret, the all-seeing. Do you not know me?
Do we know of her?
I want to, yeah, is this anything we've heard of with any of our our research?
Sure. Go ahead and everybody make me a check if you want to here. Based on any kind of history, and this would be specific Zoa history. I'm gonna say it's a pretty high difficulty because a lot of this knowledge is lost in time. Kira is the only person I will give a one step lower difficulty to, because of literally you were raised in a Grand Archive, so you would have definitely been surrounded by knowledge like this more so. That's the one thing I forgot to get into this morning, is roll. Whoops.
I got a 14 with a D8 effect.
Okay. Anybody else?
9 with a D8 effect.
Okay.
I don't know jack shit.
Chomper?
I ain't even trying.
Oh yeah, no.
I ain't even trying. I got nothing.
Okay.
Okay. I did get a 1, but could I use my Book of Zoa special effect to spend a plot point and lower the difficulty of the tests when I'm seeking knowledge?
Yes, you could, even more so, yeah. Full disclosure, I forgot you had that, and I wouldn't have lowered the difficulty otherwise, but I said it, so it's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna get my 7 and my 6 together, and then math, 13, and then a D8 as my effect.
Yeah, well, because you lowered it, so make sure you mark off that plot point. Because you lowered it twice, a 13 does work for you specifically. So you think back to your book of Zoa. I mean, you flip through all the pages, and instinctively you pull it out right now and just start flipping through it to where you think you know that name from. And sure enough, you get to a very small section of the book, maybe 2 pages, and that's it. Which in your, experience typically means there's just not a lot of information about this, or it's something that honestly was kind of pedantic and not really worth adding to the book. And you, oh no, and you, It got me. Now I have to say it for those who are watching and maybe can't see the chat. Some key, damn it, you're so good at the puns. Some key said, if you need any info, just search the web.
I
hate it.
That's
I love
funny.
it. I hate it. But anyway, you get to a part that is labeled Gods of Old, and the name Silgret, Silgredt, is written there. All that it says is Silgret, and then it says an oracle next to it. And I guess one more thing it would say is God of visions.
Oh God, yeah, you're a god. Oh my.
We have gods?
Yeah, to be even more clear, just for anybody who doesn't know it, there's not really much religion on a mainstream level in Zoa as of present. Science and magic have kind of taken any sort of, I don't want to be insensitive to anybody who is religious at the moment. I just want to say any sort of like fantastical thoughts, any faith-based things, just because people kind of put what they have into like the real, physical things in front of them. So as of now, there's not really much gods, and I think that's why it's so surprising that
Alarming.
this is so you go ahead.
So you've seen this. You've had visions. You know what's going to happen and what has happened. I kind of bow. I don't know what to do. Oh, sorry. Yep.
You know of us. You know of the Mr. Zoa?
Mr. Zoa.
We, and she starts kind of climbing through her webs. She's going higher right now. And you hear her say, as she goes, that's kind of echoing and whatnot as well. Get my notes out real quick. She says, the Zoa are a young race. Mr. Zoa are their ancestors. Once we were worshipped as gods. We are not creators. Well, not technically speaking. We inhabited Zoa long before you did. However, as you grew, we realized cohabitation was not possible. And so we left. We left you to your own. To grow. To expand. Without our do. And as she's saying this, she, you see her get to, like, she's way up there. I mean, you can't see her. You only see, like, now that you know what to look for, there's, like, a slight distortion in the darkness that gives off a bit of a starry effect. And you hear something kind of like, as if something is moving, and you see a light kind of glisten down at you, as she seems to have moved around some bits of stone or something like that and created a bit more light in here. And as that happens, as it kind of shines down, the light glistens off of this kind of spectral webs, we'll say, and shines all around the room, lighting it up. This little bit of light that's coming in lights up this room in a majestic way, and now all around you, I mean, it's a huge room is not the right word. It's a cavern. It's humongous. And all around you see more of those tapestries that you saw beforehand. They are, I mean, intricately woven, beautiful, and each one is so unique and different, like snowflakes. They are, but they all seem to be like depicting something, and you kind of find yourself staring into them, little by little as you all look around.
Did you make all of these?
Yes. It is my visions made true.
These all are visions you saw that came true.
Most have so far. Some are not yet.
Where are the ones that haven't come true yet?
Well. She starts lowering herself back down towards you. This time kind of staying on her webs. You see there's some sort of like a knotted one together where she probably sleeps or rests out in front of you. So she's about 20 feet off the ground at this point. Hey, thanks so much, Ewan. Have a good one. Hope to see you again. So she's there, and she just looks at you. I don't think she gives you an answer, to be honest. I think she just lets it linger. So, silence.
So, I'm just trying to understand. You're Mr. Zoa. You called us here. Do you know where our planet has gone? We're trying to find our home and our friends and our family.
In good time. First, you must understand the problem before you can find solutions. Menagerum.
What was that?
Menagerum.
I think I had one of those once. Wait.
These creatures that come from nowhere, that collect without mercy. Menagerum.
Do you mean those scary creatures that were hurting our friends? Is that what you mean? I will look to see if there's a picture of the menagerie in the tapestries.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll because it seems kind of pedantic. You could spend time doing it, but if you just glance around,
yeah,
I mean, it's like, too hard. They're not like pictures in the way that like it's, oh well, that's a guy riding a horse. Oh well, that, you know, it's like you have to stare at them to see what they're trying to tell you, kind of thing.
Okay, like a magic eye.
Sure.
Picture.
Yeah.
They had, you know, you remember what I'm talking about? Didn't they have like long sword-like arms, and they didn't really have faces so much, and they walked on two legs, and
Promium.
Is that what you mean?
Find them.
Wait, what?
Promium.
Chromium.
The organic metal.
Chromium.
They are made from this.
Oh, so are the menagerie? did they make the chromium or the menagerie made of chromium?
Chicken and egg.
Well, that's rude. I don't know if chicken and egg meat's the same thing.
So, do you know how we can find them? Like, what exactly is the problem we have to fix so that we can get our friends back, our families, our home?
She says to you, time is of the essence, since you've come here, as I had hoped. But you are not alone. You have led others. There's
What?
I'm sorry, what? Were we followed?
She seems to ignore that and keeps moving. She says, the menagerie are not from this dimension.
Ooh.
Across the universe is their home. Our first inkling into who they are came from chromium, sent through time and spaces to us, to the Misters Hahua. She says, sorry, I got a lot of notes here.
You're doing great.
It's also hard to like echo my voice with everything.
You're doing
I
a
know,
really
right?
good job.
You're doing really good.
Yeah, I kind of forgot for a little bit that wasn't just an automatic effect, that you were doing that manually.
Yeah.
These relics, these relics of chromium came for us. We five found them. We who are left of our kind. Each of us took a splinter of this chromium relic. It brought us power on immense scale, allowing us to build, to create, to find beauty among the stars. This was good. But what came next? When the menagerie entered our universe, a frequency was set off. It called the relics home. I saw this in my visions before it happened. I knew it was coming. And with that foresight, I was able to break my bond with my relic. It is here. And it is for you. But there are more. Four more. Each splinters of the whole. when put back together, a key to the menagerie universe. A key to Zoa.
So we just need to take these splinters and put them together, and we'll be able to go to wherever these menagerie are from and get our planet back, get our friends and family back. Right? Is that what you're saying?
The menagerie are collectors. Zoa is there. Unite the splintered relics and go to them.
So if they're collectors, though, that would mean that our families are probably safe, right? That they're not in any danger?
No response.
Wait a minute. So there are 5 splinters. You separated yourself from yours. Does that mean that the other 4 are still connected to your kind? There are 4 more of you?
She looks at you. Kira, you're the only one who notices, but it's almost like there's a faint smile of impressed by this question. She says, unfortunately, the others were not gifted with the foresight I have. I broke my bond, but others could not. It is very unlikely that they are free of the rage and chaos that the relics now possess.
Oh, fun.
You will have to get their relics by breaking the bond they have.
And these relics, are they dangerous? Could they bind to us if we're not careful?
There's a long pause. These relics are very, very powerful. This is a boon. This is a way towards success. They are made of chromium. They are capable of destroying other chromium.
So we could use them against the menagerie if we needed to, if they were attacking us?
Indeed. However, be wary. We see here me, weak, weary, breaking my bond with my relic, ripped much of my essence away inside of it. You, as a lesser being, may not make it out so lucky.
So how did you break your bond anyway? I mean, if we gotta do it to 4 other gods, maybe a little hint might be nice.
The bond. Must me be broken can willingly. However, the bond will break upon death.
Okay, that is noted. Ugh.
We gotta kill gods.
Apparently, or convince them to just let it go.
Excuse me, your Highness. Quick question. You said that we're not alone. Did we bring other things here? It was just us. We flew through the Nebula Sea. We got here.
In due time, they will come for all.
Well, we're kind of running out of time.
Oh.
So, can we have the shard and skidoo?
Coordinates would be great if you know where we're supposed to find these gods.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're going to be wandering in space for a long time.
Do you know where they're
Also,
located?
What are the other gods? Are
We've
they
got lots of
also
questions.
giant, beautiful spiders like you lovely lady? Lady?
They're- they say the relic holds the answer, sirs, if you seek in and she kind of, I guess, extends a leg and points down the tunnel that you chose not to go down. And
Skipper
there was
gives a pointed look at Milo.
Don't give me that look, okay? This is actually where the information is.
Both are good.
She
You just
says,
found a stick.
She says, there are four other there's the last of our kind. Ogrum, grum. The humble. Kalzunef. The ever burning. Yitlo. The seeker. Balderock. The gentle. You will find them. This I have seen. You five. Must succeed. You above the dust like kind of crashes down. A few of the webs kind of snap, breaking apart as she kind of stumbles, and then like kind of, just falls that little 20 feet, catching herself on her legs. She says, "Go now. Fight. Survive. No. And then rocks tumble down as like a big blast shoots from the ceiling, crashing down. All of you turn and book it.
Yeah.
Get to the sting!
Get that sliver!
Yeah, Skipper's gonna go down that tunnel towards where the sliver is supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get off the roof.
Get off the roof.
Little Bloody Mary on Sunday morning.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Justin's favorite.
That's
Would
my
we have
go-to.
any hope of convincing her to come with us?
Spider?
Oh, you could try.
We can try what?
Would she
Convincing
fit on
her
the
to
ship?
come with you? She would maybe just fit on the deck of the ship. She definitely can't go below. It would take some maneuvering, and you're not sure how quickly the ship would move with her on it. That being said, I mean, she had to have got here somehow, so...
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have a ship? Can you get out of here?
This is happening while like all of this like rubble, everything is crashing down. In fact, you know what? I need to just do a little music loop-de-loo here. We're gonna do this. And
I'll run after you,
there we go.
Skipper.
That's much better. Chomper, you say this to her. She turns as she kind of shoves some of this rubble off of her. She turns and looks at you. She says, no, go, without doubt. I belong here.
Don't argue with the spider. Let's go. And like Milo's like tugging on his pant leg, trying to get him to go.
We could use your help. You're a god, for God's sakes. Come on.
My help is here. I give the gift of knowledge. The gift. You have received, Eve. My part is done. Good. Lock. She climbs her webs. You see through the rubble into the sky, into the atmosphere of this planet, that ship. Well, not the big ship, but some of the smaller ships of the menagerie. You see there are those kind of snake-like kind of things kind of swirling through the air lower and lower. And as one kind of shifts into this large hole that was created in the ceiling, and starts to kind of like tuck and roll in a way down towards the ground, you see one get caught on a web and kind of stuck there. You see she, with one of her like pincer-esque legs, swats another one out as it falls down, and it smashes into a rock and then crumbles to the ground with rocks on top of it. She's definitely doing her part to buy you time. So tell me what each of you is doing here.
Skipper already ran away down the tunnel.
Skipper's already going down the hall.
I'll run after you, Skipper, to help you out.
Okay, Kira and Skipper are running that direction. Chomper, you were here talking to Silgrit. Milo, what are you doing?
Milo was trying to get Chomper to leave the room, but he's also going to radio into his echo, and he's going to say to the person whose name I just forgot.
Silgrit?
Hector?
Oh, Hector?
And he's going to call into his echo, and he's going to say, Hector, get the ship up and running. We got to go fast.
Cool. You get a response back a few moments later. Damn right we do. We got to get out of here, kid.
Oh, I love Hector.
Already on our way. You are heading towards the exit, Milo, or you're waiting for Skipper and Kira?
I am waiting for Skipper and Kira just in case one of those aliens gets past the spider.
Cool. You and Chomper are kind of holding ground while Skipper and Kira, the two of you rush down this tunnel. You see that it leads winding, curving. You feel the kind of shaking of the ground all around you, above you. As you get towards the end of the tunnel, you do see a bit of dim light. You see that there's webs that kind of come in from an adjacent room. You would assume that leads, because directionally leads back to the large chamber, maybe on the other side of that large cavern. But the webs that come through, you do see there are 3 tapestries here. They look like they are a little more precious. It's more like a shrine room as opposed to like a display room. So there are 3 tapestries here that, I mean, they are as beautiful as all of them have been. These are just more detailed. It's as if more time was taken on them. And then just below that, sitting on some sort of like a stone altar, basically, you see about the size of a, like, we'll say, like a large croissant.
Yeah.
It's kind of like oval shaped, but jagged. And it's made of that same like dark metal, you would assume chromium, that you recognize that are on the menagerie. It is sitting there, and yeah, that's it.
So I think Skipper's first instinct would be to bypass the tapestries and just go for the chromium. I rolled really well though, so I want to just announce what I got in case that affects anything.
What'd you roll for?
I got a 15 with a D8 effect. And that was just for me to try and find like the chromium.
Oh, okay.
Or like get it.
Would she know off of that roll if we're supposed to touch it, or could I make a roll? Because I'm a little scared about that.
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
Indiana Jones.
I'm gonna
shit
say,
going on.
based on that roll and based on the way that Silgret talked about it, you would assume she would have told you first of all if you weren't like able or allowed to touch it. Also, she said the bond has to be broken willingly.
Mhm.
You would assume it has to be started willingly as well. So if this thing probably can't bond with someone without their permission.
Okay. I like
so
consent. That's
until
good.
that,
That
it's just a shard of metal chromium.
Okay. All right. Grab it.
Skipper goes to grab it, totally bypasses the tapestries. Normally she would stop to look at them, but right now we've got something attacking us, so
Sure.
that's what they're gonna do.
You grab the shard. It's heavier than you thought it would be. It's a little heavy. You know, you can still kind of run with it, but you're working your muscles. So you grab that, turn, and both of you book it back towards the tunnel. Do so. Working your way back, Chomper and Milo. Also, I feel weird without giving Tennison something to do, so we'll say Tennison went with Skipper and Kira here.
Oh yeah, can Tennison look at the tapestries while Kira and Skipper are getting the chromium? You
Yeah.
put them there. I feel bad.
Or
not
I can
looking
look
at
at them.
them.
I feel like Kira would look at him while Tennison and you probably got the...
Yeah, I think
Tennison
maybe
can help
Tennison's
me.
the one who tells you, like, well, it seems to me that if the bond has to be broken willingly, it must be started willingly as well. And so
There we go.
he's helping you out with
Yeah.
that.
You did good
Kira,
impression.
roll for to see what you can gather from the tapestries here. I'm gonna say that here's the thing. If you choose one to look at, it will be a lower difficulty. If you try to look at all of them and try to take what you can, it'll be a slightly higher difficulty, but you might be able to gather more information. So it's up to you.
All right. All right. I can't use my Book of Zoe again, can I? Probably not.
I mean, you can. It's your
Could
it's
I?
your signature asset. I am all for, you know, flubbing things to let you guys use those how you see fit. So
I would love
if you're
to...
maybe you're sketching these
again.
down into the book or something.
Yeah, I would love to use that again if I could.
Yeah.
All right. No
Just
one.
cut them down and take them. Come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whammies, the whammies.
Only one.
Okay.
And I'm going to add my 8 and my... dang it. Let's add the 8 and the 7 and use the D6 as the...
8 and 7, so 15.
Yeah, 15, and then use
Sick.
the D6.
Were you
The
which
effect.
which one were you doing? Were you focusing on one or all three?
I'm gonna focus on all 3.
All three. Okay. It's not gonna work. You're
Okay.
a difficulty class too low.
Okay.
Life.
Unless you want to use your plot point to lower the difficulty because you're using a Book of Zoa.
Yeah.
Okay?
Let's do that.
Alright. So you use your plot point. And that lowers it to a 15. It was at a 19.
Oh my
to
gosh.
to try and take in all three at once
Yeah.
was going to be very difficult. So, okay, well, great. So here's what you find as they are grabbing the... It's weird because you stare at them and you're seeing all of these things in one moment. you see what looks like in the center a great tree that is just like a flame with magic, maybe some sort of essence, and it is burning this tree. To the right of that, you see a reflection, it would seem, almost like a mirror-esque Harry Potter style reflection of kind of yourself looking at this thing. But all around you, you see your friends, and they are dead on the ground.
Oh
no.
And to the
Probably
left,
start breathing a little heavy at that.
to the left of the tapestry is, you see the planet of Zoa, and it is cracked in half.
Okay.
And Skipper, you and Tennison like turn and run and start running down the tunnel and you get like 4 steps before you realize like, shit, Kira, come on, like you're not running with us. Kira's like locked in, staring at this stuff. And because you rolled that 1, Kira, I'm gonna roll a d8 here. Okay, you take 3 points of damage as this room collapses. And you get pulled back just in time, like into the, and you jump back just in time, but you the way that like some of the rubble kind of comes out, it hits your foot and smashes your foot a little bit for 3 points of damage there.
Ouch.
We don't have time. We have to go now.
Okay, okay, go. Oh.
So you continue running back down the hall. Meanwhile, Milo and Chomper, you two, Silgrit is on her web, kind of swatting these menagerie, bless you, around the room, around the chamber. We'll say 4 of them do land. And start making their way out towards you. What do you all do?
It's gonna pull out my sword, man. Gonna activate the sword.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna brace for combat.
Sure. Yeah, you can wait and let them come to you, or you can rush at them and attack first. It's kind of up to you guys.
Milo's gonna wait because he's like, as he sees it coming, he's gonna look back for a quick second just to see if they're coming out of the tunnel yet, because he's trying to gauge how much time he has.
Sure.
Is the exit way clear now?
The exit way is clear, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. The way that you came in, yep. Chomper, what about you? Are you waiting? You gonna let them hit you first, or what?
Yeah, let's wait.
Okay, cool.
She might be, our wonderful goddess might be able to knock some crap down in order to smash the living shit out of them.
She's got her hands full up there with a few of the others. There's like 2 more of these like snake-like, roller coaster-esque things that are kind of snaking their way through the air towards you, which are of course full of more menagerie. But as you two kind of wait there, looking back towards the tunnel, hoping that your friends are coming, I need both of you to go ahead and roll me defensive maneuvers. Any kind of, just to make a dice pool that you think you would use to defend yourself as attacks are coming in, okay? And I am the attacker, so I will tell you what you have to beat in a second after I build this. Together.
Oh no! It's fine. I'm fine. I'm not fine.
Run.
It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, is it?
That's
Is
fair.
it though? Is it?
Oh no.
All right, you have to beat a 15. I have a D10 effect, so.
I'm doing math and it's so slow in my head. All right. Well, I got a 17 with a D10 effect.
Nice. Okay, yeah, an 8 and a
So
9.
I utilized
Damn, dude.
I utilized jumping bean and I also did get 2 1s though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But yeah, I used jumping beam.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, for you, Rebecca, for Milo, these 2 of these menagerie kind of go towards you. 2 of them go towards Chomper. And actually, I'll take that back. 1 of them goes towards you. 3 of them go towards Chomper.
Wait, ow!
Screw off, man!
What?
That's what they.
I'm deemed that little of a threat.
That's the threat that they
Yeah.
see. And so they like this one's like big, and as it comes towards you, it like its arm like just it's almost as if the metal here shifts backward like in a liquid-esque like motion, just like whoop, and now the arm is behind it as it whoop, smashes forward with like this mallet-esque hammer for a hand and tries to smash you on the ground. You succeed, however, and so on a defensive yeah, you succeed. You don't take the damage. Sorry, I've been playing too many other kinds of role-playing games. The rules are a little foggy for me at the moment. Yeah, I think that's right. You don't take the damage. Your effect die. No, we'll just leave it there. That's right. And if that's wrong, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I need to do a rules recap every Sunday before we start this thing because, too many rules out there. However, so you do succeed, but you do take. I'm gonna pay you 2 plot points here for those 2 1s that you rolled. And I'm gonna give you a complication. And basically, that is. I'm gonna say. You jump back out of the way. You jump yourself back. But you, I think you fall into a web, and you are
crap!
and you are stuck
Milo.
in a web. So you have a D8 stuck complication. Chomper, what did you roll?
I got a 12 actually with a D10. I did roll a 1 though.
Okay. Great.
So I've not only not beat a roll, I rolled a 1.
So rolled a 1. I am going to do this towards you. Oh, I forgot. You have a complication as well.
Yeah,
and your complication is what? A D8? A D10?
A D8 currently,
D8.
yeah.
I'm gonna add that to my roll.
Okay. Neato.
Crap.
Okay, well, it's still a 15. But so here's something that they get to do with their special effects. So I'm gonna roll my D10 to hit you for damage here. But I get to roll it twice.
Cool.
And take
You're
the
not
higher
doing well.
result.
Neat.
So that is 9 points of
Okay.
damage on you, my good friend. As the 3 of them swarm you, 2 of them start kind of hitting your sides as you block one and then try to like swipe the other away, but one hits your side. A third one leaps up higher than you probably could imagine. That these, I don't know how they're leaping up so high, but they leap up and flip around. You're not sure if they turned their body or if their body just shifted from back to front, if that makes sense, liquid-wise. And they land on your back, kind of having you in like a choke hold. Their 2 arms morph together in front of you like a necklace and start getting tighter as it's trying to choke you out.
No.
You, I'm gonna, instead of giving you another complication here, I'm just gonna roll your d6, that one. I'm gonna add extra damage, so you get a plot point. This is choking damage of 4. 4 points of choking damage, as this is kind of getting tighter and tighter on you. At this point, Kira and Skipper and Tennison emerge from the tunnel. You see Milo is stuck on a web as a menagerie is walking towards them slowly and dramatically with, like, their arm shifting from a hammer into, like, a spear that they look like they're going to just pincer through Milo. Chomper is getting choked out with 3 people all around him, essentially.
Get Milo free! Just hold this off! Go!
I'm going to run towards Milo, and can I try to... Oh, how am I going to do this? Can I try to pull the web so that maybe the sword goes through the web and cuts it instead of Milo? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like...
so just kind of whoop, and just like... Yeah, that's
and then
great.
run with Milo under arm?
Yeah, sure. Emma, just to catch you up, Milo is stuck on a web. Chomper is getting choked out by a menagerie who has their arms around him and kind of slowly sucking in. 2 other menagerie are there also trying to attack him. You, Kira, and Tennison have just emerged from the tunnel. So, Kira, you rush over. Go ahead and make me a roll here to see how you can pull that away. While you're doing that, Skipper, what are you trying to do? You see Kira rush towards Milo to try and help him.
Well, Kira's got Milo taken care of, so Milo. I feel like Tennison and I should go to Chomper, and we have this metal bean. I don't know. I would turn to Tennison and say, Tennison, is there anything you can do to fight those things?
I will distract them. And he flies up. I'm gonna make a roll here for Tennison. And let's see. I'm gonna build him a little roll. I'm gonna talk through it as I go. Yeah, 1 track mind.
For me, that's a 9 with a D8 die effect.
Okay.
And I think while Tennison is distracting, I think the first thing that like Skipper can think of is just to like try and get that whoever's choking Chomper out like off. I know that the web is supposed to be sticky, but I really want to like use it as a springboard to like jump in the face of whatever's choking out Chomper and just like try to like smack them in the face until they let go.
Nice.
Or something.
Okay.
Something silly, something silly and acrobatic. I'm looking at what I have on my person right now.
Tennison here, so he flies up. He got an 11 with a D6 effect and a 1. So he flies up. He starts kind of scratching with his talons, kind of like with his feet, at the eyes of the one who is choking out Chomper. And he effectively distracts him to the point where this menagerie has to remove their arms from Chomper, and instead is focused on Tennison now. So,
and
however,
then I want to hit him with a dust shot while they're distracted.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. I'm giving Tennison a plot point because he's taking 2 points of damage from this guy as he swats at Tennison. Okay, go ahead and take your shot there, Skipper. Kira, well, Skipper, you're doing that. Kira, you rolled what? A 9?
9 with a D8 effect.
Okay. Yeah,
No.
It's not gonna be enough.
I was gonna say, it didn't seem like it would be.
As I mentioned before, these webs are sturdy and tight.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take a good amount of strength to do this. Do you want to spend a plot point to add a third die to your total?
Did I get one from taking damage or no? Because I think I'm out. I think I'm out of plot points.
Taking damage.
When my foot got...
Yes,
Did I
you know
get
what? I
one
should
for
have
that?
paid you one for that. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Then I do have one more. And yes,
Okay.
I would like
one more
to
plot
do
point.
that.
All right.
Oh. All right. Let's do... Gosh. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. It's a 4. So add a 4.
To be clear, yeah, and just so you know, with the dust shot and with any weapon, if it's not a signature asset on your sheet, you don't roll anything extra. It's like flavor text, basically. So you roll like any other thing you would do. You just add. I mean, that's it. It doesn't add anything to your rolls.
Okay.
Roll. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're adding an extra 4, Kira, which will
Yeah.
bring you to a 13, which is gonna be enough now.
Oh, thank goodness.
With a what effect are you using?
D8.
D8 effect. Perfect. So you and it looks like it's not gonna be enough at first. And you and the web actually snaps on the other side. And Milo gets yanked towards you, flying at you. You you can use your effect die to try and lower the effect on Milo's complication, which is stuck, basically. So Milo currently has a D8 complication. Your D8, you can lower it one step, basically, to a D6 complication for Milo.
Okay, how do I do that?
That's it. You just
do it.
choose that it gets assigned to that.
I choose to do it.
Stuck
Thank
is
you.
now a D6 for you, Milo. You are a little less stuck.
Oh, good.
Chomper. Oh, sorry, Skipper. What you were shooting? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a 7 with a D6 effect, and I
Okay.
rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I was trying to hit one of the menagerie with my dust
Right.
shot.
So you try to shoot at it, and as the blast shoots off, you see the menagerie's head open up a hole, and the shot just goes right through it, and then
Oh.
liquid metal style kind of goes back.
Oh,
Very
come.
Terminator 2
I was
style.
about to say.
Oh, my secret.
And I'll just how many plot points do you have, Emma?
I just took a plot point for the one I rolled because I assumed that you were going to use it
Okay.
against me. So now I'll have 3.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say it turns towards you, and then just and like this wall of metal just pushes at you, and you get shoved back harsh. That was a D6 that you had for your one, so that's 5 points of damage on you as you get pushed back. Tennison is up there struggling. Chomper, I think you're the only one who hasn't done something this round. What do you want to do?
You're free now.
First of all, I say, Kira, get the little ones out of here. Go. Take them now. Go.
The little one.
Yes, little ones. Yes. Stop making that sound.
Gonna have a talk about that later, I think.
Yeah.
I
Chomper-
Please, out of here.
Chomper, what do you do next?
I finally am able to use my Dustbuster. And I still have the one choking me is gone, and one is still being distracted by Tennison? Or was the one that was
Yeah.
choking me distracted by Tennison?
The one that was choking you is now distracted by Tennison. The other two
Okay,
are
who-
still on you.
Who turned towards Skipper?
Actually, I believe Skipper was trying to hit the same one that was attacking Tennison, so that is still the one. It's being just pulled between Skipper and Tennison, so you still have 2 on you. that are focused solely on you.
I'm gonna make a dice pool. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
This is to attack, I'm guessing, so I'll make a defensive
this is
maneuver
to
for
attack.
them. Come back, die. Ugh. Did you guys see I wore my shirt today with little rhinos on it?
I saw that.
Aw.
I know a rhino.
Where was I? Okay.
Gonna be a huge dust one. And will probably be all ones, so there we go.
Oof. Okay, I didn't
Mother
roll
plus bucket.
so well.
What did you?
Oh my god, your dice pools are
Wow,
huge
that's a
fucking
huge
mungus,
dice.
dude.
That's
Oh
a
my
huge-
Hey,
god!
hey! You told us to use what we could, and
You and I are gonna have a talk sometime. Make sure you're putting these together the proper way. But that's
I am
for
putting them
another
together
time.
the proper way. It's
I believe you.
One. You said one of each thing plus.
Your
Yeah.
assets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I get to
Not
roll
how
your
many
d6
dice you
against
roll
you.
it.
For the
how you use
audience who can't see it, Chomper rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 die for his last dice
Impressive.
pool.
Okay.
Impressive.
What is your total, Chomper? You are the attacker. You go first.
And it's an 11 with a D10 effect.
Okay. I got a 10 with a D10 effect. So you beat me, and you can roll your D10 to do damage.
10. Booyah.
10. Oh shit.
Nice.
On which one?
Chomper.
One of the ones in front of you,
Chomper.
right?
Jump.
Yes.
Okay.
Or could I do a splash effect? Can I do
Yeah.
a splash
you
effect
tell-
for all three?
Yes, it will split up the damage to like 3 each. You tell me.
I mean-
Here's what I'll do. I will let you, if you have, you can add a plot point to add effect dice. So if you have other effect dice you want to add, so you rolled a 10 on one of them. If you have more plot points you want to add other dice you didn't use, you can add up. You know what I mean?
Sure. How many plot points could I spend?
I guess 1 for each target, so 3.
Okay. 3 plot points. Boom, boom, boom.
Or 2
And
plot
so-
points because you already have the 1. So
Okay.
yeah.
So, and then that would be 2 D6s.
Okay.
Wait, no. I could do 2 D8s, honestly.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Go for it.
Wow.
8 and a 7.
Oh shit, you're rolling well, dude. All right, so you damage these guys pretty big. Excuse me. I will say the only caveat is that as much as you damage them, it's really hard to crack that chromium shell. So you describe for me what you do to hit all of these guys hard to the point where they kind of get knocked out for a moment, but you can't crack their shell. So you
Sure.
what are you thinking there, Bradley?
I've spun the dust shots, and I bring it up on the one that's directly in front of me, cracking him up at an upwards angle, bringing the dust shot down on the next one. And as I bring it down, I quickly spin around and smack the one that has been choking me, hopefully into a nothingness void behind us, or into webs, whatever's around us,
Sure.
in order to just somewhat break free from them and start backpedaling towards the exit.
So in one fell move, you all kind of see Chomper just and just 3 of them just flatten towards the ground. One of them does go flying across the chamber into darkness. One of them is stuck
Yes!
on the
So
ground
cool.
into webs.
So good.
Chomper, there's just all of you. There's just one left now between, well, not even between you and the exit. You guys could probably try to make a break for the exit at this point if you wanted to. Does anybody not try to run for the exit? Let me start there. Everybody's going for the exit.
I think-
Fantastic.
I think we're running.
All right, you all just kind of move yourselves quickly. Milo, you're still kind of stuck to this web, so it's hindering you a little bit if you're trying to walk yourself.
I feel like I had him.
Like a football? Oh,
Like
that's
a
so
little
degrading.
football.
So Milo,
I would
you
be
are
like, sorry about
carried.
this, buddy.
You're
Don't
carried
call
by
me
Kira.
buddy. Put me down.
You're carried by Kira out through the tunnel. Chomper brings up the rear with Tennison just ahead. Skipper, you're in the front, I would assume.
Yeah.
And all of you hit daylight. You're back in that murky kind of swamp, except many of the trees have been splintered, broken. You realize there's somewhat of a bit of a battle happening up here. You see Silgrit has like she disappeared from the inside of the cavern a little bit ago because she's been standing on the ground. She is fighting off an army of these Menagerum warriors. In the sky, there are two of these ships. Not the large one that came to the cave, but smaller ones that you seem to house the Menagerum, probably. They are in a dogfight with Buckley Sting up in the air right now.
Hector!
And cannons, dust cannons are flying. The Menagerum every now and then will swoop low and chop the trees down essentially with their ship. Again, they have that sleek kind of chromium ship that, and just trees go flying up, almost like a reverse, hailstorm from the ground up towards the Buckley Sting, which is kind of maneuvering its way through them. Things are dire. What do you all do?
How close is Milo to Skipper?
Very close. You're all right there.
Okay. I'm gonna apologize in advance for this. But can Milo try and grab that splinter thing from her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try.
Can Skipper try to resist?
Oh, come on! We're in the middle of a fight here!
We're still fighting!
Where are you trying to grab it?
Because this is supposed to do something! She says it has power, it needs to do something!
Yeah, both of you make me some sort of a tug-of-war check here.
Milo, what are
Oh
you
my God.
doing?
Skipper, stop fighting me!
Well, Milo, I'm trying to get this to the ship. It's my job to... Why do you...
I'm trying to get us to survive, which is my job! You're stepping on my job!
Am I still holding you, Milo? Stop it! Will you stop?
I'm rolling.
The
Oh, gosh.
tug-of-war.
I forgot to clear my first dice pool. I'm going to roll that one more time.
Oh,
Sorry.
my word.
Milo, I am trying to do what I'm supposed to do, which is find the objects and get them back to the ship. I'm the explorer.
Meanwhile, I'm going
That
on
has nothing to do with it if we're gonna die!
on my echo. I'm saying, Hector, come in, Hector. Where are you? We're down on the ground. We need to get out of here.
Oh, we're stepping in shit up here. We gotta get out of here.
I rolled a 9, 10, 11, 12 with a D10 effect.
Wow.
I rolled a 10 with a D10 effect.
Okay. So, Milo, you are trying to grasp at this relic. Skipper holds onto it. In that moment, you see Silgrit just across the way through some of the broken trees and whatnot. You hear, rather, some sort of a, bestial cry. She's getting swarmed by these things. And she did tell you before, although she's a mystazoa of great power, she is weak and weary after breaking her bond with the relic. So you would assume she's about to be taken down, and these things are going to come right at you. Hector responds, I'm going to make a pass. You got to be ready, though. As you see the
ready.
Buckley kind of spin around not too far, and you see it start to come towards you, getting lower and lower. Now that the trees have all broken apart and whatnot, it can get pretty close. There are 2 ships. You see a few of the cannons on the sting kind of trying to keep the ships at bay. You're gonna have a chance at this here. Anybody want to prepare before it comes?
I want to take out my net gun and I want to shoot it at the ship to try and like latch onto something.
Okay. Sure. Anybody else? You would assume that he's not gonna like ask you to jump on the ship by any means. It's gonna have to stop and hover for a moment, but only a moment basically. So you're gonna have like just a chance here to try and jump on. Okay. Well, as the ship comes down, the wind blows dust and sludge water all up with it. And the ship gets right there. Skipper, you fire your net gun. It latches on pretty easily. You are hooked on. There are 2 rope ladders hanging down. Everybody get on, I'm assuming. Tennison just flies up onto the ship.
Man, it's handy being a bird sometimes.
Yeah, it is.
I'm regretting not picking a winged thing.
Fly with your big ears, it's fine.
Milo,
Dumbo.
are
With
you...
these insults, what did I do?
Kira, are you still holding Milo?
I am.
Okay, so you're gonna have Milo in one hand and a hand on the ladder.
How high is it? Can I like give him a boost and then climb?
If you want to try chucking him up there, you can.
I'm scared of like missing and then
The disrespect to your captain I am getting right now. So much disrespect.
Oh wait, can I give him to Chomper?
It's the last time I give a Ramsey speech to any of you.
Honestly, in the time that all of this might take, like these ships are.
All right, we just gotta go.
Coming
I got
now.
him in one arm.
You hear Hector yell, "Get on!" And then the ship starts taking off, and everybody is holding on to a rope ladder, except for Skipper, who has her net gun rope. Is that like retractable at all? Like you can like, like the Phantom Menace style.
Yeah, let's say that. I can pull things into me, or I can get closer to them.
I'm into it. Okay, you retract yourself up. You and Tennison are on deck. You see Hector is there, like, manning the helm crazily with his big crab claw, kind of like, turning the ship.
God, I forgot he was a coconut crab, and now I'm terrified again.
And you see, or you don't see Dresden. You assume she is down below manning the cannons.
Hope so.
The rest of you, the 3 of you, are hanging off the sides of the ship on these rope ladders. As you are blasting off, he is just going straight up into the atmosphere, trying to get out of here. Milo, Kira, and Chomper, the 3 of you, as you look back down, you see the 2 ships trying to rush up towards you. Past that, on the ground, you do see Silgret crumble as Menagerum, like, completely, engulf her. And as you watch that, you kind of look away, but as you kind of turn back, you have to, because it's like her essence dissolves. Her body is no longer there. It's like these Menagerum were on top, like, stabbing into her, and she just kind of like dust just floats into nothing. As you all are blasting off. Man, part of me wants to make you roll to climb up ladders, but I'm like, no, that's super basic. You guys know what you're doing. You know how to climb a ladder. That's
You're not Emma in Spellbound. You don't make them roll over and over again to climb down tunnels. And...
Right.
Stop digging holes, Emma.
Listen.
Dustin's a better DM.
No. This is a different game. It's a different system. D&D would have you make those checks. This is a little different. So you climb up, get on the deck. The ships are in pursuit. Hector says, "Where the hell am I going, kids?"
Well,
Skipper, where are we going?
Before we need to make some evasive maneuvers here. Am I heading back into the green dust?
Yes, head back into the Nebula Sea and we'll lose them there.
All right, if you say so.
Everyone put on your echo.
Put your oxygen on.
Haven't we had them on this entire time?
Oh, that's true, we have.
Decided...
Because we didn't test the air.
Yeah, you didn't check the air, did you?
How long has it been?
You probably have like 2 hours left on them. Maybe we'll say 1 hour left, because it was a long trip through the Nebula Sea. So.
Skipper, we aren't going to be able to breathe that long. I don't know if we can go back there. We need to charge our oxygen.
But we need to lose them or they're just going to keep following us.
I know. Then where are we going?
To be clear, really there's no other way here but through it. Like, this planet is in the midst of the sea. So no matter where you're going, you're going to have to go through the sea.
Skipper is going to look at Milo and they're going to take that flat flask. No, they're going to take that shard and they're just going to hand it over to Milo and they're going to say, "I'll do my job and you do yours."
Great, thanks for letting me do that.
Into the sea now. And we're going to head into the Nebula Sea.
All right.
That's my job.
Okay. You start to blast off into the sea. Milo, as you are handed the relic, you hold it. It's warm to the touch, which is interesting. As you hold it, you feel there are, almost as if it's calling out to its other parts, to the other fragments. You don't know how to describe it. You just get the sense that you know the 4 directions you could go to find the others. To be clear, Skipper, you probably would have felt that too if you weren't like running for your life, but it's not just a Milo thing.
Yeah.
But
okay. Which one would probably be just the closest location, I guess. North, south, east.
Yeah.
West, west.
Closest location.
Diane.
East.
East.
roll me a d4. We'll see what the closest location is.
What do the stars say?
What do the stars say?
Stars say 1, because my dice hate me.
Okay. Yeah, you are pulled toward. I mean, you don't know what it's leading you to. You're not. It doesn't say like this is the home of blank. It's pulling you somewhere. You know that this one's the closest.
Okay. Milo's gonna head up to Hector, I guess. Take the wheel and start heading that way.
There you go.
Cool.
Oh, okay. So would you like to make the roll then for exploration, Milo?
So, to be clear, Milo usually helms the ship. Skipper, you are the navigator telling him where to go.
I'm just steering.
Fine. And Skipper's just going to go over on the other side
Pull the oyster
of the ship.
out of your tail and chill.
Now, kids, this may be a bad time to mention, but we are still being pursued, so maybe we just want to get going somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. So Skipper, make me a roll to see if you can lose these ships in the sea.
But I'm not helming the ship. That's why I'm confused. I'm not trying to get away from them, right? Because Milo's the one who's steering.
Yeah, you're just okay. Sure, Milo, make me the check then.
Do I have to roll?
There's
You
so
have
much
to roll
tension.
to make to try basically evasive maneuvers.
Okay.
And then after you roll that, Skipper will have to roll to see if you are lost or not. Essentially, if Skipper's not going to.
Skipper doesn't push me off the boat first.
Skipper and Milo are not working as a team.
Gonna say,
No,
Kira's
they're
probably
not.
on the floor, face down,
Oh,
thinking about
Kira.
Uh,
Oh.
Way to
Do I still
peacekeep
need to
there.
utilize my complication? The sticky web of trouble thing?
No,
Trouble.
you don't. I will add that accordingly to my roll.
Ah,
I'm not
shit.
rolling, but
I didn't clear my thing.
It's gonna.
Good duck. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
I gotta rebuild. Rebuild.
Chomper, Tennison goes below to try and talk to Dresden. What are you doing, Chomper?
I'm on the deck making sure everyone isn't killing each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. That is a 15 with a D10.
Nice.
And I have a 1. Because my dice hate me.
Great. Okay, I'll pay you a plot point for the 1, and you effectively seem to lose the ships. However, in doing so, you do kind of crash a bit into some like floating rock and whatnot, scraping the side of Buckley's sting. So that I'm gonna pay you the plot point, or actually, I'm gonna play the plot. Wow. Pay the plot point to Buckley's sting, giving it a plot point, but it's also gonna take 8 damage.
Jeez.
So it currently it's at 43, which this is gonna bring it down to 35.
good.
So
Good chunk.
okay. Great. So you have successfully got out of harm's way. It seems the Menagerie are no longer behind you. You have a moment to breathe. However, Skipper, make me a navigation check here. See if you can. I'm gonna give you, if Milo chooses to tell you about the direction he's being pulled, I will give you an asset that is, relic compass, basically. That's if Milo chooses to do so. It's up to you, Rebecca.
Milo is going to announce it generally to the ship. So anybody who cares to hear it can have the information.
Okay. Then, yeah, you can add an asset of a D8. D8.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. Oh, I did roll 2 1s, but I also rolled a 13 with I rolled 3 1s. A 13 with a D4 or D8 effect. 13 with a D8 effect and 3 1s.
13 D8 effect 3 1s. Okay.
Skipper's grumpy
Yeah.
they are. As they are trying to, they're using their sextant and this shard of substance at the same time and trying to navigate in the dust, and they're angry with Milo,
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna say, this is tricky. I want to give. I'm gonna split up those plot points. I'm gonna give you 2, Skipper. I'm gonna give 1 to the ship.
okay.
Because the ship's gonna take a little more damage as you kind of start pointing out directions to Milo, and immediately it can be basically because of the anger between the two of you at the moment, but you basically just crash right back into that same rock formation that you skidded by the first time.
No, I said on the port bow.
Well, maybe if you actually enunciate it, I would know where to drive.
Is
You're
that
the map
to dig at
person.
my accent?
And
Maybe.
Skipper, you have a D8
I didn't realize I was doing it.
migraine at this
A
point.
D8 migraine.
Yeah. And
Oh, God.
eventually, though, you
We're
do
on it.
successfully work your way out of the Nebula Sea. The direction you're going in is not, if I put it this way, like when you went from the first bit into the planet was like this long. From the planet to where you're going now is like just this long. So that hour of oxygen your echoes give you is just enough to, as you emerge from the dust cloud, you see it kind of spiral around. As you are now back, you see space out before you. The Nebula Sea is in the hypothetical rear view mirror, and you are all on your way to wherever this relic is leading you, with your injuries and
Busted ship.
grudges perhaps intact. So we will pick that up next week. Wow, good stuff, y'all.
We survived. We made it.
You did it.
We made it.
You survived.
Chomper got to be a
I
badass.
was gonna say Chomper taking on the, what are they called again?
The menagerie.
Menagerie.
Yeah, it's a play on
Yeah.
words. If any
I like
of you
him.
are
Is it?
familiar with the term
Menagerie.
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 Yeah, I'm pumped. Okay, well we're
Wow.
off. We're off on a quest now.
Left on a
Story,
grand
Justin.
adventure.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely raid somebody here in a little bit. Let me figure out if I can find.
Obert Kenobi is streaming right now.
Oh,
And
really?
They
We
have
both
come and
see-
raided us before, and they're awesome.
Yeah. What were you saying, Brad?
I said, are we off next week, or is that the week after?
Next week thank you for the reminder. So next week we are on. We are good to go next Sunday morning, same time, everybody. However, the following week we will be taking a bit of a mid-run break. So we will be dark on June 13th. We'll be dark, but we'll be here June 6th. So definitely come back next week and get more of the story then. I want to thank everybody who subscribed and followed and gave us all kinds of fun stuff today, names and plot points and all kinds of stuff. Thanks for watching so much. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
This is so much fun.
Yeah. Anyway, stick around for the raid. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.